Taylor Swift's team is now coming out swinging, and that is super interesting. An article just dropped about an hour ago in TMZ against Blake Lively in the press. Taylor Swift is alleging that Blake Lively is lying, but is Taylor telling the truth, or is this just a strategy to save her own skin?
Taylor Swift's camp isn't holding back. After reports suggested that Blake Lively dragged Taylor's name into her ongoing legal issues, Taylor's team quickly responded with a strong denial. They claim that Blake has been leveraging their friendship in ways Taylor was completely unaware of. This isn't just a simple disagreement between Hollywood besties. Taylor is making it clear that she wants no part in this mess. But why is Blake allegedly involving her? Is this a strategy to gain support, or is Taylor truly being unfairly pulled into a legal firestorm? The truth may be more complicated.
And Blake Lively's PR team wants us to know that everything that's happening right now, it's hurting Blake's feelings. And I don't know if you guys have paused to consider that Blake's feelings might be getting hurt in all of this. Check out this headline in Daily Mail. Blake Lively sources say Justin Baldoni lawsuit is causing her and Ryan Reynolds severe anguish. They are anguished by the things that they did being found out by the public. In that article, we're told that Blake Lively is quote unquote emotionally zapped.
Sources close to Blake Lively claim that the lawsuit involving Justin Baldoni is taking a massive emotional toll on both her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Reports state that Blake is emotionally zapped and struggling to cope with the stress of the legal battle. While some see this as a genuine emotional response, others believe it's an attempt to garner sympathy and shift focus from the case's actual details. Is Blake a victim of an unjust situation, or is she trying to manipulate public perception to her advantage? Hollywood's elite are no strangers to using PR tactics.
And the legal battles have apparently, quote, taken a deep emotional toll on the actress, as well as her husband, Ryan Reynolds, who has been named in one of the suits. So I wanted to tell you guys that. And there's an article that just got dropped in TMZ about an hour and a half ago, and they're making it clear that she wants nothing to do with this case. And not only does she want nothing to do with this case, she's calling out Blake Lively for lying, okay? So I'm going to read direct from this article. It says, a well-connected source close to Taylor tells TMZ, Taylor came to Blake's apartment at the time that Blake told her to, not knowing anyone else would be there. In other words, Taylor had no idea there was a meeting going on with Justin. The source goes on to say that Justin was about to leave after the 2-hour meeting as Taylor walked in, and she was introduced to him for the first and only time. We are told that all Taylor said to Justin was how excited she was to see the movie because he was her friend's boss.
One of the most shocking revelations in this drama is the accusation that Blake Lively set up a meeting between Taylor Swift and Justin Baldoni without Taylor's knowledge. Allegedly, Blake timed their meeting so that Taylor would unknowingly be involved, possibly to make it seem like Taylor was endorsing Justin. If true, this would mean that Taylor was being used as a pawn in a high-stakes legal battle without her consent. Taylor's team is now pushing back, making it clear that she had no prior knowledge of any backdoor dealings. But was this a simple misunderstanding or something more calculated?
You know, someone asked me recently why this particular case has seized the world, and I really think that it was just a perfect act of evil that was almost executed in broad daylight, almost like a psychological operation, right? The press was complicit. They almost got it done. This guy would have done, canceled.
Adding another layer to the controversy, allegations have surfaced that Taylor Swift once had someone fired for refusing to feature her music. While Taylor has not directly responded to this claim, the accusation has raised questions about her influence in the industry. Is Taylor just another powerful celebrity using her status to control the narrative? Or is this a smear campaign aimed at dragging her into an already messy situation? Either way, the pop superstar now faces increased scrutiny, with some wondering if she's as innocent in all of this as she claims to be.
But let me tell you why I think Taylor Swift is lying. Here's an element where I believe she's just flat out caught lying, okay? So maybe she had nothing to do with Isabella Ferrera's casting, but we do know that her song was featured, and that at one point to feature her song, she got somebody fired. That is the allegation that is made, and she's curiously not responding to that she didn't like Brian Tyler. I think they worked together on the Lorax, literally like the Lorax movie at some point. Maybe it was something else, but she got someone fired from the film. I'd like to hear her respond to that. And we do also know that she's not being truthful.
Perhaps the biggest bombshell in this entire saga is the possibility of Taylor Swift being forced to testify in court. If Blake Lively does not settle the lawsuit, Taylor might have no choice but to take the stand. Legal experts say this would be disastrous for Blake and Ryan Reynolds, as Taylor's testimony could expose uncomfortable truths. If Taylor is put under oath, what will she reveal? Will she support Blake, or will she distance herself even further? Either way, the potential courtroom showdown is making waves, and the entertainment industry is watching closely to see how it unfolds.
What happened that night at the Penthouse? She's saying it was like, hi, bye, love the film, you're her boss. Not true. Here is the verbiage from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, and I'll tell you why we can instantly discern that he's telling the truth. It's basically starting with Baldoni realizing that Blake was upset by him not being overly excited about her changes. Seemingly stung by Baldoni's exceedingly mild resistance, Lively did not respond and went silent for multiple days. Later, she confirmed in a text message below that Baldoni's response, of course, didn't feel great for me or another mega celebrity friend and Ryan Reynolds to have my passion praised instead of my specific contribution. Lively was referring to an earlier meeting where Lively summoned Baldoni to her New York penthouse, where Baldoni was greeted by Ryan Reynolds, who launched into enthusiastic praise for Lively's version of the scene. That checks out. Hours later, as the meeting was ending, him and Taylor Swift are agreeing here, a famous and famously close friend of Reynolds and Lively walked into the room and similarly began praising Lively's script.
As this legal battle continues, many are beginning to question Blake Lively's credibility. What started as a dispute between Justin Baldoni and Blake has now spiraled into a high-profile scandal, with Blake being accused of inflating the drama for media attention. Is she truly seeking justice? Or is this all a calculated move to keep herself relevant? Some insiders suggest that Blake is using the lawsuit to position herself as a victim, while others argue that she has every right to fight for her claims. Regardless, her reputation is now on the line, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
These are his texts to Blake. Hey, like, I would have felt that way without Ryan and Taylor talking to her about her edits. You really are a talent across the board, really excited and grateful to do this together. And that leads to the dragging tweet where, so he's saying, like, whatever just happened, I didn't need that to happen. I thought that you were fine already. And if Taylor had said absolutely nothing to him, then she would have responded and said, what are you talking about? She was just coming into the house. Like, that wasn't to peer pressure you. Instead, she replies and says, oh, I got a few dragons. So I think Taylor's lying about that. So the real question is, why is Taylor Swift lying about that little exchange? And the answer is very simple. She does not want to get deposed,
Taylor Swift has built her career on carefully managing her image, and this time is no different. She is now strategically distancing herself from Blake Lively, choosing to protect her reputation rather than get tangled in unnecessary drama. While some see this as a betrayal of their longtime friendship, others view it as a smart move to avoid damaging her brand. Taylor's decision sends a clear message. She will not risk her own legacy for the sake of loyalty. This begs the question, does loyalty have limits in Hollywood, or is self-preservation the ultimate priority for A-list stars? Taylor Swift's decision to distance herself serves as a powerful lesson in navigating Hollywood politics. This case proves that in an industry built on fame and reputation, knowing when to walk away can be just as important as knowing when to fight. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.